Baku and F1 himself.
Hello. Good evening.
So 13 runners tonight.
Another low one. Hoping we can get 10 to score tonight. Would be quite impressive, actually. I think.
Yeah. No, it'd be good to see. Well, I think everyone who finishes will be getting points. I hope that's not the case, but with Baku, it's so easy to just, well, either break your wing and rage quit, or just lose your tyre and end of race. So.
Well, we thought the same last week with Russia, and we got quite a way through the Grand Prix before we actually lost anyone. So, and everyone that did finish did have a point. So let's hope we get the same.
Yeah. Did you race last week?
No, I commentated.
Oh, I commentated. Oh, fair play.
With Matthias.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I think I saw that in parts.
It was a decent race. It was a lot of battling, a lot of clean racing.
Yeah.
Which surprised us actually. We thought it was going to be one of those where gaps appear, but no, they seem to stay on each other for the duration of the race, which is nice.
Yeah, and it was a bit with Marin actually winning in the end due to a penalty removal.
Yeah. I believe they had a penalty as well, but decided not to have his removed, which is it's quite remarkable actually.
Yeah, definitely.
I'd love to be that confident and just go, there, you know what, you can have the race win tonight.
Yeah. Well, he said he was very far ahead. Well, he didn't, but Marin said he's very far ahead in the championship anyway. And just got the tables up here, and yeah, he is right. He's on 148 points in the lead, and Stinner's in second with 73 points, with 4 rounds remaining. So I think he could win it tonight, actually.
Yeah, he could. He could.
So what would he need? Or is he? No, he hasn't won it already. But if he, oh, 1 second.
No, 70. So 75 is the gap. So if he finishes ahead of Stinner, he wins the championship tonight.
Yeah.
Obviously,
that's
Stam
right.
and Fnatic can change it as well, but it's highly unlikely.
Yeah. He just needs to keep out of the walls, really.
Yeah. He's got a podium in every single race so far. So
Yeah.
in 7 rounds, he's had 4 wins, 1 second, which was last week, and 2 thirds. It's not too bad. We all seem to get these drivers in TUF 2 who have the quality to be in TUF 1, but somehow end up in this division and end up just absolutely demolishing it.
It's just the gap. There's the massive bridge between Div 1 and Div 2. Just puts people off wanting to get promoted, maybe.
It's quite a big gap.
Yeah.
Particularly with the front runners in TUF 1 anyway.
Oh yeah, definitely. Right. I'm a midfield driver in TUF at the moment. Not ideal. Oh, we're just on board with Shone, and he turned into turn 3 too early. I think it's turn 3, and just lost his wheel. And yeah, it's not promising considering he's got to do that 26 times without doing that in the race. So.
Yeah. Thankfully, he did get time in though, so.
Yeah. But more unfortunately for him, we were actually on board with him, so he won't appreciate that.
I got a feeling tonight's going to be one long ass race.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think it'll be a battle of attrition. Whoever makes it across the line will almost certainly, well, they'll definitely get points, but they could be on for big points.
Yeah. Jessic's has gone second. Which is cool.
Good lap. 37s and 38s are good lap times, I believe. Based on some one-shot qualifying I was doing earlier, there was 38s popping up for pole position, some high 37s, so Marin's lap's looking good at the moment. And then I think Medium Pilot did a 36 though, but that's just...
Oh, well.
Yeah.
He's part of the alien club.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Supernaturals. Interesting tyre choice up and down the field at the moment. Only the top two have set laps now, Chris.
Yeah, I haven't actually got that. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Stinner's going to have to improve on his lap. He's done 3 laps on soft compound. That's what I do, obviously. To start on that tyre.
No, definitely not. I don't think tyre wear's actually that bad around here. I think
it's not that. That's why I'm surprised to see some of the guys on super softs, like Cathy and Ben.
Yeah. No, definitely. I think you can do ultras to supers. I'm not 100% sure on that. It's been a while since I did a Baku League race, but I think...
I think you're right there. I'm pretty sure you can.
Yeah. And it's rear tyre wear that really is the problem here.
The real problem here is managing to keep your wing intact.
Yeah, but nah, definitely.
Stinner's come across the line now. He's done a 4th lap on these softs. He's not improved, so...
Maybe he's just using this qualifying session as a bit of practice. Maybe get a bit of
yeah, maybe.
Not the worst idea. Hamra's on a flying lap, also on softs, using no ABS, locked up quite a lot though. Like, with the guys who use no ABS, you watched them and you barely noticed their lockups. So it's amazing how they do it. They don't lock up and they're still fast in the braking zones.
Yeah, not very little practice. I could not ABS.
Yeah.
You know assists?
No, I used to be, but I was too slow. Too slow.
What do you use?
I use line and ABS. Pretty, that's the sort of common combination at the moment, like for outright lap time, but still not.
There's no traction.
Yeah, no traction. Definitely easier on this game than 2017.
Yeah.
But it still needs a bit of
again
practice.
in 2016, no traction was disgusting.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I tried a bit of medium traction control on 2016, and that was like no traction last year, really. And then probably medium traction in 2016 is harder than no traction on this game. So.
Right. That's right. Yeah. So Paddy Lowe has left Williams just days before we start the season.
Has he?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll tell you what the announcement said. Williams Chief Technical Officer Paddy Lowe takes leave of absence from the team days before start of the 2019 season. Leave of absence, I wonder whether that's
Leave of
left
absence.
good or whether that's just personal reasons leaving.
To take a leave of absence, it must be personal reasons, like extreme personal reasons, or
Yeah, I think so.
just abusing his contract. I don't know.
Maybe.
Finley pops into P4 on Supers.
Nice. He's kind of an unknown at the moment. It's his
I
first
was
race
just about to ask you, yeah.
his first race this evening, so yeah, we'll see how he does. I'm going to play my on that. He's ahead of his teammate at the moment.
Yeah. Majestic going for pole at the moment, just kindly through the castle. Keeps out of the wall.
This guy's improved so much in this game though.
Yeah, I've seen him in a few public lobbies, and he's been up at the front. So
I think he came late last week, so I had to do the whole of Russia on a stock setup.
oh no,
Wanted home for a point. Yeah.
oh that's never good.
No, must have been a long, lonely race. That's what he's got.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Very good.
There we go.
It was a very clean lap. We were on board with him. It was very clean. Couldn't really say he did anything wrong. So
I'm sure he was listening in. A big smile on his face as he crossed that line. 1:37.5 currently on pole. Is there anybody? Oh my days. PSG Man United.
I know
I
there's a
don't even know
VAR.
whether.
God, yeah, I didn't really want to bring it up, but in the last minute, pretty much.
Yeah.
It hasn't come up on my screen yet. I think I'm a few seconds behind because I'm streaming it, but
Are you watching the game?
yeah, it doesn't look like a penalty to me, but if it is a penalty, I'll be amazed.
He's giving a penalty.
Oh no!
Oh my god, no way!
Oh, that's worse than the World Cup final decision.
Who did you bet on? You bet on me like that. They're going to win the game anyway, but it's whether or not they go through. If they score right now, they're going through. If they miss, they're going out. Wow, man. Sorry, we're here to talk about F1 and
Oh yeah, just on board with Bjorn at the moment. He hasn't set a lap time. He's gone out on the supers. It looked like a clean lap to me, similar to Majestic's lap, very clean. Whether it was overly cautious, I don't know, but it looked fast. So I imagine this will be top 5. Yeah, P3, ooh, very close to P2 as well on the supers. So Bjorn, that's a good lap from him. Stinner about to cross the line. Doesn't improve. I think he's starting another flying lap. The penalty will be taken soon and we can get the Champions League out of our mind. Corey's completely gone. He's watching the Champions. Marcus Rashford taking the penalty, by the way. I'm not too confident about that. He's a bit too young to be taking a penalty. Oh, but he scores! In the 93rd minute, Manchester United are going through in Champions League. But anyway, that's all over now. That's incredible, but we have Marin on the lap and Vin Blank, the two people in P1 and P2. Can they knock Majestic off of top spot? Vin Blank will definitely want to leapfrog Bjorn on the supers. Stinner's going to come through. We'll keep an eye on his lap time. Vin Blank very cautious through the castle section. Marin, let's see how he takes the castle section. He's carried a lot more cornering speed there. Based on the castle section where you can win and lose a lot of time, I'd say Marin is on target with pole position. If you can just keep sector 3 clean, but I could be completely wrong, as we did not see the other side of the laps. Vin Blank goes provisional pole, but what can Marin do? Has he got enough ERS? He doesn't actually have that much ERS, and he's slowed. He's slowed down on the line and still got pole. Wow. I don't know what that was all about, because it was only 7 hundredths of a second in it, so he was very confident on his time delta. Let me just invite Corey back. I think still in amazement of Man United's stoppage time winner. It was never a penalty, by the way, I'm just saying, but I just invited him back. So Marin on pole, Vin Blank second, Majestic third, Bjorn fourth, Hammers fifth, Finley sixth, Stinner seventh, Fnatic eighth, Katamies ninth, Shone 10th, Stam 11th, Rip and Run 12th, and just failed to catch that last name, but we'll find out in a few seconds. Corey, are you back? I'm just going to check the stream to make sure I'm not super lagging, and this is causing a massive problem. It's always a good idea. Fnatic, the first one to be ready with his race setup. No, I don't think I'm lagging. No, I don't think I'm lagging. Yeah, and we've got Luca in the chat saying TUF1 pole was a 136.4. So Marin's lap of a 136.1 for 37.1, and backing off on the line looks a very good time, and was a very good time. Corey's having some issues, may have to get a new party going. Not a new stream, just a new party. Right. Yeah, just rejoining Corey's party, not missing anything, is the formation lap. Yeah, just rejoining Corey's party, not missing anything, is the formation lap. Hello, Corey. Microphones, there's no sound coming out the microphone, Corey. That's really weird. Why would it suddenly quit? Oh, and they're just about to start as well. As a treat, no, it's not right, but let's go on board with Vin Blank for the start of this race. No, let's just go on board with Majestic so we can see the front two. I'll quickly switch off to the normal one, but we're go now. And let's see, so we can see Majestic's got a great start and he's going to hold it around the ends outside, is he? Is this avoid the wall? No. Right, so I'll go into the full spectator mode now. So a clean start, and that's great to see. Finley's dropped down 3 positions. Maybe just trying to keep it clean on his first appearance, and as usual, you usually lose places for keeping it clean on the first lap. That's just my... That's just my theory, unfortunately, it just always happens. But Bjorn did jump Majestic after Majestic got a great start initially, but just got brakes a little bit too late and got a bad run out of turn 1. And so as soon as the action of the first lap has died down, I'll try and find out what's happened to Corey. I just heard something though. Oh. My mate had this in his headset the other day. He said something to me. Just trying to remember. There's something to do with the wires reconnecting. Oh, I don't know. I just had something again. I think Corey is getting closer to rejoining the action. Marin's pulled out of DRS already, have been blank. And I don't want to jinx it, but we've had no DNF so far, and that's pretty unlikely. I would have bet on at least one by the end of lap 2, so that's brilliant news. Oh, Stanmore has made it the first casualty of the day. front bike running very close to the wall. But I'm going to make a new... Okay, I think Corey's rejoining. He's trying everything he can. Yeah, I think it's a headset. My mate had the same problem the other day. Just trying to remember what he did. He definitely reconnected, like reset things or something, but I hate technology personally, so. I've got, oh, and there is our first retirement. It's Stan in the S's in Sector 3, and that is a common place to bin it, to be honest. It's disappointing for him. Whether there was contact involved and another driver, I don't know, but you can lose it if you just try and take it flat out and you get the line slightly wrong, then you can get a DNF quite easily. One second, I'm just going to try and look if there's maybe some party settings going on which is getting in the way. I don't think there is. I'll just quickly create a new party for Corey and see if joining my party works, because I was with Corey's. Fortunately, it means scrolling down through my friends list. One second. Right. Right, back to the racing. Bin Blank has dropped down to P4. Sorry we missed that. But maybe the ultra soft tyres. Just catch the wall a little bit there. Has he got wing damage? Don't think he does. So the championship leader struggling as Corey has joined the party. Is it working? No, I don't think it is. No. Right, I think unless Corey can figure out what's going on with his headset, I think you are stuck with me for the night. Well, not the night, but the race, but I'll try my best to keep the conversation moving. Katami's overtakes Majestic, and Majestic's going very slowly. Did he get wing damage? Yes, he did. So disappointment for Majestic. Good qualifying, but and Vin Blanken as well. He's had enough of those tyres. He's going for the softs. It can be very hard on rear tyres. You can actually do, I think we discussed, you can actually do ultras to supers on this. Probably not the best race strategy, but with a small lobby, then going for the harder tyres is probably better. It has to be said that Katami's in a strong position on the hard tyres, but he's being closely followed by Fnatic, who reserved in TUF1 the other day and showed respectable pace. So maybe be looking for a podium today, and he's got a good run on Katami's. He's in overtake and he's got DRS. And it's an easy move. Katami's does not really fight that. Needs to be careful not to hit the back of Fnatic. And here again, yeah, he braked earlier, sensible, because he's going to get a good run to repass Fnatic. He does. Luke in the chat saying Hammers has shown some good pace. Yeah, it has to be said he is. Obviously in P2, but along with Bjorn as well. Some more Dutch domination of TUF carrying on. I believe Bjorn's Dutch as well. Yeah, he is. Look at that, top 3 all Dutch as well. We're in TUF2, so it's not just TUF1. Today anyway. Been more consistent in TUF1. Sure, Vin Blank, the Greek, will have something to say about that. He's should get a nice undercut on them as well, and he's got a nice bit of clear air. But Hamraz is gaining. He's just pulled out second of Bjorn on the DRS straight. He's now getting. Oh no! Oh no, Bjorn. And that's a VSC as well. And what's going on here? Yeah, he has retired. It hasn't glitched out. He has retired. I've never seen that before. He's crashed going into the pit lane, and it was trying to make him pit, but no, he has retired. Did anyone take the opportunity to pit? Yes, they did. Finley. That could be an inspired decision on his debut, and he's getting his wing changed, so that's why he's been slow. Showed good pace in qualifying. So that's like that's basically like a free wing change, because he'll definitely save at least 5 seconds, which is what it takes to repair a wing. So and it's a long VSC as well. It's still going on. Still going on. Wow. Yeah, that's put Finley back in the mix as well. He's on some fresh tyres. He'd definitely be able to go to the end, and he's benefited greatly from that BSC. But Vin Blank is 20 seconds behind the leader, and he doesn't need to pit again. So I think he will gain the lead at some point, but he's going to have very old tyres towards the end. I think he needs to look after his tyres better than he did in his first stint, where he pitted on lap 6. And if he does that, I think he'll have a good chance of a podium, a win. I don't know. He's going to have to fight hard. He's going to have to do some defending and some re-overtaking with DRS and ERS and things like that. So, yeah, Hammer's just got to be favourite at the moment. Katamis is pitted. He wasn't in a bad position either. Comes up just in front of Majestic. And that's quite nice for Katamis. He's gone onto the supers, so interesting. Was he on, did he start on the softs? Yeah, I think he did actually. I don't need to look at that. He did. So unless he's going for a 2-stop, his tyre wear was very low, and he thought, I'm just going to pit early and go on the supers. So that could be an inspired move from Katamis. We'll see how that pans out. Let's stay on board with Finley, the new driver through the castle section. How's he taking it in race pace? Yeah, it's a good sort of race line. Not getting too close to the wall. It still kept up a good speed as well. Turning a bit early on the last real corner there. Over the curve, don't want to hit that curve, really compromises the exit down this long straight. Not interested in 8th gear. So yeah, but decent driving from Finley overall. We will see how his 50% race pace is towards the end. Just kisses the wall slightly. Vin Blank 18 seconds now, so I think that's an easy pit stop in front of the leaders, but the leaders doing the supers to softs is looking like the much better strategy at the moment. Vin Blank started on the ultras. I've sort of forgotten about Marin as well. The early race leader, he actually pitted same lap as Vin Blank. Completely missed that, but I suppose he's in the net lead of the race at the moment then. It was a good line for the last corner there, just kissing the curb but not riding completely over it. It is unusual to be lifting the leader's pit. Let's see where Hammers and Stinner come out in relation. So that's massive. Hamraz 2 seconds behind Marin on 5 lap younger tyres. So Hammer's in a great position. Stinner seemed to get held. I don't know if he got a wing change or he had a 5-second stop go. but he has lost a lot of time there. I think he was only like 4 seconds behind, so I reckon he's got his wing changed. He may have had minor wing damage and it was getting annoying for him. Shown yet to pit. It's in the DRS of Rip and Run, so we'll just see how this unfolds. I think Rip and Run's tyres are going to be a slightly second hand by now. Shown just about within the DRS. He's about 0.95, so we'll get it. And Rip and Run pits. So 2 soft runners, there'll be people to keep an eye out on because they'll be very quick at the end, most likely on the supers. But meanwhile, Marin has caught up to the net race leader Vin Blank, so this is effectively a pass for the lead if Marin can make it stick, and it's going to be very close down into turn 3. Ooh. Half-hearted move from Marin. Vin Blank left him space. Ooh, just clumped the curb a bit too much there, but no harm done. He's still in a good place, and I'm sure he'll just be waiting for the end of the lap. So it'll probably stay within about 7 tenths. We've got. Oh no! Oh no! And that could be messy. Is it ghosting? The game seems to be ghosting, fortunately, but Shone has binned it in the castle section, and that's a shame for him because he was looking... Wow. If that was me, I'd be knocked out by that, honestly. But yeah, Shone's car has disappeared. Some drivers backed off more than others. I think we were on board with Stinner, who just went straight through him, praying that it would ghost, and it did, and there's a VSC out. Shane was saying in the WhatsApp chat earlier he hoped he didn't bin it. I don't need to remind him, but it happened, unfortunately. He was looking good as well, and that'll be even more painful. But yeah, I'm sure he's not the first or the last driver to crash in the castle section. Vin Blank pits, so Vin Blank going for a 2-stop strategy, Marin as well. Interesting, so they've used the VSC. Finley can't get enough of the VSCs and he's in again. I think maybe that was another wing change. Maybe he just clipped the wall again and it was affecting his race pace, so I thought best change it. Interesting, he had 2 sets of softs available, so that is a good strategy, and it is one on F1 2016 where the safety car actually was more common. Selecting the harder compound for a 50% race was a good idea because it gave you the flexibility around safety cars. You could have, for example, Finley's had 2 sets of soft tyres. That's very unusual. You can only get that if you select the harder compound, but if you get loads of safety cars, it can be very helpful. It's very rare that is though, but when you get 2 safety cars like we have here, then that could help him massively. But very interesting. I can't believe Vin Blank and Marin chose to pit. I can't believe Marin's gone onto the Ultras as well. I mean, I know they do last long, but I still don't think that's the best race tyre for 12-13 laps, so maybe didn't have another fresh set of supers. I think Fnatic must have also pitted under VSC, and that is why he's only 1.5 seconds off of Hamres on the softer compound tyre. So can he get into the DRS through the castle section? Yeah, so Fnatic will get DRS here. I don't think, well, I think he'll be better off saving ERS, but he is on 75, so he's just backed it in high. He's not gonna try and go for the move, he's just gonna, no, he didn't get it in the end, wow. But it's almost worth burning all that ERS just to get in the DRS zone. And he has got it now, so he'll be getting towed along by Hamres, and it will just be a tyres game really. As Katami's pits, and Katami, that is an unscheduled pit stop, and it is for a wing change unfortunately. Katami's was looking good, he's getting held a little bit there, or is that a bit of a glitch? Will he come out in front of Finley? It's going to be close. Katami's with a compromised entry to the corner. Finley on the warmed up tyres, just breezes past him. Oh, brakes a little bit early. Was that a little bit more wing flying off there? If it was, then Katami's is... Oh, I don't think it was, fortunately. But Katami's won't be happy. I just hope he keeps his head. Just checking if he served his qualifying ban. Well, he said he started 9th, so I don't think he did. So he's been a naughty boy. I don't know if that was because people didn't set lap times, but I don't think it was. So Katami's will again be on a little visit to the steward's room. But Fnatic has closed up on those fresh tyres. He's looking to go running outside. That's that could end in tears. Ooh. It's no harm done, unless Fnatic picked up a small bit of wind damage, which I imagine he would have done. No, it wasn't. If he did, then it was only light green. I don't think it was anything major, and that's good for the race, because there would have been a sad way for Fnatic's bid to win to end. You got very lucky there though, not to lose any more. And surely this time he's got full ERS. In the meantime, Stinner's closing up and Majestic's just DNF'd. Hamaz on 10% battery. I think he just needs to bide his time and let Fnatic's supers wear away a little bit and just hang on to the back of Fnatic. As I say, Stinner is a big winner from this. Excuse the pun, but he generally is. He was also a big winner from Shone's mistake, because everyone was very cautious through the castle, not expecting the game to ghost, but Stinner just went straight through and didn't lift at all, and he must have gained a good 2 or 3 seconds from doing that on the field. So it was either brave or it was silly, but fortune favours the brave, and he's got half a chance of winning this. As the 2 previous leaders who felt the need to pit under the VSC, down in 5th and 6th, are battling at the moment. Within DRS range is Marin. Well, just about, well, as you see, 1.08, so can he gain it through? No, he can't through the S's. He's put it in 0 ERS, so Marin won't be getting DRS this time. And the longer it goes on, those ultras are not going to be looking healthy at the end. Meanwhile, Fnatic has actually managed to pull out a 2-second gap to Hammers. Hammers is just, he's continually on 10% battery. He's refusing to put it in low modes on the straights, even though he's got little battery. And the thing is with that is it doesn't offer the full power. Say if you put it on overtake and you've got less than 10%, it will drain the battery the same, but it won't offer the same benefits. So he's been wise here, and he's put it in 0 through sector 2. That is the smart move, because I think that is the main reason the gap is growing. Oh no, we've just got reports from Luke that Hammers has front wing damage. And that would explain it better. Yeah, he's right, the front right end plate is gone. Didn't see where that happened, sector 2. Oh, there it is, it was Catanese, the second victim of the castle section today. So Stinner is now Fnatic's main challenger. He has his front wing intact. Hamres can still get a podium. He's still actually fighting Stinner. He's got DRS here. It's gonna be annoying for Stinner if he can get back through. But I think that's a done deal now. Now with the high downforce section, I think Stinner will get away, and he has a little bit. Marin's had to pit again, so maybe that was the initial yellow flag in sector 2, and then just catching glimpses of Catanese Bennett was just completely unfortunate. Bankmo still pushing. He's closing the gap down a little bit, but I think the laps are running out, and also his tyres will be running out over the soft runners. This could be a really good finale here, because they've got 7 laps to go, and Stinner is on 2 lap older soft tyres, but Fanatic's on the supers, and I think they'll start to, the pace of the softs will overtake the supers maybe in about 2 or 3 laps, so this is definitely not over. I haven't seen any penalties pop up. It's not a big track on penalties. The gap's just holding at 4.3 at the moment, so maybe they're very even in pace at the moment. Hammers will do very well to hold on to the podium. I don't think he will, because Vin Blank has taken about 2 seconds out of him in that last lap. Massive shame for Hammers. He had great pace, didn't catch where he got wing damage, whether it was an incident, whether it was just pushing a bit too hard. Because it was the front right, then we're just on board with him here. This corner coming up, this one here with the P0 sign is, that is a very easy place to get front right wing damage. You just take a bit too much speed in there. I wonder if it was there. I keep going on board with Vin Blank, and he just seems to be pushing harder than the other drivers out there. He's fully revving the engine and just seems to be carrying more sort of corner speeds. Reports from Luca on Hamraz saying he went too deep at the left-hander before the end of sector 2. I think that was the corner I was guessing on. Where's the end of sector 2? That is, yeah. I'm pretty sure that is the corner where the P0 sign was last lap, and that is, I've done that many times before. It's very frustrating, but you can gain a lot of time there if you can. Who is closest to it is Fanatic. Just coming up to it. But you can gain a lot of time by flying straight over these curves to the left there. Fanatic, that's probably the most sensible line, just touching a little bit, but you won't get a warning, you can completely fly over that and brake really late, but it's only recommend if you're pushing or you're in time trial really. Vin Blank 4.5 now, so another couple of seconds, so I'm sure he will get hammers. Stinner, don't know. He's got 8 seconds to make up in 5 laps, I don't think that's going to happen. I know Vin Blank's a quick driver, but I think that's a little bit too far. But you never know. Keep pushing, put a bit of pressure on the driver in front, then they can start picking up penalties, they could get a bit of wing damage, so best to keep going towards the end, even if it looks an impossible gap. Stinner and Fanatic still holding at about, it did creep up to about 4.7, 4.8, it's now come back down to 4.5. And now this is about the lap where you'd expect to see Stinner starting to pull the gap in a little bit to Fanatic. But again, it's got to be about a second a lap, so it's going to be a tough task. It needs Fanatic to just make a little mistake somewhere. Both on similar ERS as well, so it's completely level on that. Rip and Mum, I haven't really mentioned him, but he's had a very solid race. in P5. He's kept out the barriers, like half of the fields. And he's going to pick up 10 points at this rate, so it's good stuff from him. Marion had to pit again, didn't mention it, but he picked up a bit of wing damage again, had to pit again. Finley the same as well, picked up a bit of wing damage, had to pit again. And it really just does take you out of contention, so not really being able to show their true pace tonight. Obviously Marion won last week. See how Stinner takes this corner. Yeah, very tidy. As Bin Blank has now finally caught the back of Hammer's. I don't think Hammer's is really going to have any odds to him. He probably doesn't have to lift through there. It's not critical, but it's probably sector 2 where it's hurting him the most. And I think it'll be sensible to just let Bin Blank through here. Again, he's still got 3% ERS as well. So he's fighting. He doesn't want to go without a fight, but there's not much you can do about it really. No, I wouldn't expect to see a move down there. Stinner and Fanatics still 4.5, so Fanatics tyres are holding up fine, and as mentioned you can do supers to ultras, so 11 laps on the supers is really, it's not that old. The pace should still be fine. Bin Blank, that gap's only 7.2. So he hasn't really made any inroads, so just have to settle for podium. In terms of the championship, I completely forgot. Let me have a look. Oh. So Stinner was in second place, 75 points exactly behind Bin Blank. So Bin Blank is going to have to wait, at this rate he's going to have to wait another week to be crowned TUF2 champion. But he will only need 8th place in Spain. So it really isn't the end of the way, it's just a matter of time. Unless, well, if he bins it all 3 times, then Stinner's got to win all 3 times, and wouldn't put it completely out of the question, but no. It's just, no, it's just not going to happen. Because you've got people like Marion who've had a bad race today, Hammer's obviously with the wing damage, Bin Blank himself, Fanatics ahead of Stinner at the moment. So to beat those guys 3 times in a row then I doubt it's going to happen. And Finn Blank getting an 8th place is definitely going to happen, especially if the turnouts are as low as they have been recently. But it is a shame not to get it all over and done with and officially sealed. At that gap, I was wrong. Stinner is still 4.3. So unless there's a penalty and Fnatic has a shocking last lap, then Fnatic will be winning TUF2 Baku. And that'll bump Fnatic ahead of Stam into into P3 in the standings. 2 points behind Stinner for runners-up spot. So plenty to play for with who's the runner-up in TUF2. But as we come down the straight for the last time, Fnatic wins in Baku, helped by the VSC, but it was smart to pit then, kept out of the wall. It was a great drive. Stinner P2, no penalties. Finn Blank champion in waiting, P3. Hammer's done well to hold on to P4 with the wing damage. Rip and run, very clean race. Picks up 10 points. Marin, not his day today. A trip into the wall. A few donuts. And he has crossed the line, thankfully. He wasn't waiting for Finley and being that person who just accelerates across the line when the last person comes. Finley on his debut, at least he made it to the end. I'm sure there's more to come from him. So there is your podium. Not quite a Dutch triple podium as it was looking like. Something I thought Fnatic was Finnish because of his name, but he's got the Irish flag. Apologies. I don't know if. No, I don't know if he changed his name. No, I think that is right. I think he must be Irish. I don't know. Not 100% either way, but Fnatic wins. Stinner second, Finn Blank third, Hammers fourth, Rippenman fifth, Marin sixth, Finley seventh, and the rest won't get points. And Katami should have served his qualifying ban, but didn't. So I'll have a word with him. Would now ask Corey who was driver of the day, who's not here, but myself, it's got to be one of the top two. I think Fnatic, I know he's gained more positions than everyone else, but it was just a great drive, took advantage of the VSC and a great win. Right, next week we should see Vin Blanc crowned champion in Spain, so join us then. But otherwise, take care.